Well, hey there, guys. It's Mercy, and I'm doing this because I just felt like doing something right now. And I'm pretty bored, so I just decided to kind of make a signature tutorial and a walkthrough of my usual procedure of doing a tag, and well, then let's get going. Oh, and on a side note, for those of you who don't know that, but I'm German, so sometimes my English can get a bit weird, I guess, so just ignore that, okay? Well, then let's start with this tag. Um, I think some of you guys have seen it already, but I'll just walk through it again, right? So what I did was I pasted two layers of one render, like it was a girl like this, and I just used it because I wanted to have that yellow color scheme, you know. Well, you could always just change the colors of other images, but if you have a natural yellow that has already been there from the start, it will just look better than something where you just change the uh, color like this, and or just like this, and I don't know, you get the point. After that I pasted, well, no, I always begin with the render and then I'm doing the background. So I'm opening a new document basically, then I'll paste in the render, and then I'll just try to find a fitting background. So that's what I did with this one. It's pretty simple. And after that, well, no, it's basically not after that, but as you can see here, those are strokes. Oh, those are strokes I just drew with the pen tool to give it, I don't know, a nice look, I guess. And those are just light dots I pasted after I did those C4Ds, right? So it first looked like this, and then I just drew them. And after that, I made a new layer with the same brush, just a soft version of it, and then I brushed over it and set the layer mode to lighten and turned the opacity down so it will just give it a nice look. And this is his lightning on the head, right? So, and I have two of those light bulbs, so I don't know, I didn't want to have just one, so I, well, picked two, I guess. And those are those camera lens like circles, right? Let me show you them. I don't know if you can see them, but I pasted like 3 layers of them in there and just placed them differently, just to add something new to it, because that was, I think, the second time I've did this. Yeah, well. And those are, the next layer is just a bunch of splatter brushes, and which were applied to a clipping, well, no, the clipping mask was applied to the splatter brushes, but yeah, it looks like this. I just, I did an apply image before I did the splatter brush layer, and then I did the splatter brush layer and just, turn it around, and then I hit right click, create clipping mask, and then you get this outcome. Well, yeah. Then we're going with the text. As you can see, it's just one symbol. I don't know, most of the people don't like it, but I don't know, I love that kind of text, if you could call it like that, but I don't know, I just like it. Those simple one symbol texts are just my kind of thing. That was what I had first, and then I just copied this layer and moved it to the right and changed its gradient map to purple instead of orange, as you can see right here. Well, yeah, and this is like just a circle. I just drew it with the selection tool, and then I right click and hit stroke and whatever, and I just copied this layer style and pasted it into that circle layer, so it just gets the same look. And this right here is just another light source, I guess, to make it look brighter. This is what it should look like when you just paint it on normal with the soft brush, but we don't want that, so we change the layer mode back to, what was it, lighten, yeah. And those are, I usually have more than just 3 adjustment layers, but I don't know, it somehow came out fine after I applied those 3, so I just let it be like that. The first one makes it, as you can see, it, I don't know, it turns the dark oranges into blues and just highlights the yellow colors. And this one was green and blue gradient map put on soft light with the opacity of 74%. Just, I don't know, play around with gradient maps and see what comes out. Next one would be exposure, just playing around again. I don't have any solid settings I use every time. And next one would be levels again, just to make it a bit darker and highlight the whites a bit. And this next layer is just blur, so I don't know if you can see it. I don't know, I'm pointing like a retard on my screen thinking someone would look over my shoulder, but it's just you guys listening to me, so I should just stop that. Oh well, whatever. This is just a blur layer. Let me do that just again. I did image, apply image, and then hit OK. Then you select this. Well, that's how I do it most of the time, and I just hit feather. I don't know, guess I could put it 25, and then I hit right click, select inverse, and then I go to filter, blur. I don't know, most of you guys are probably still on Photoshop CS5, I guess, so you just go to blur and hit blur. And CS6 it's under the category more blur, so just, well, yeah. But you could also hit just Gaussian blur and try around with the settings, but I prefer just the regular blur, so yeah. And it does make a difference, even if it's not a big one, but it looks better, I guess. And this right here is just some purple light, as you can see on those 2 dots on his neck. They just turn a bit purple-ish, and it's just soft brushes again put to linear dodge at 90% opacity. And that's about it with the walkthrough of this signature. It's, wow, 8 minutes already. I was planning on doing like just showing you guys this step by step and then doing an actual signature, but seems like that won't happen, so I guess I'll just upload that with the next video I'm doing. Yeah, I think so. Well then, I guess, see ya guys.